Hello students, how are you all doing? Stay home, stay safe. So in the previous session we have discussed about what is a set and how to represent a set, and we have completed the first exercise also. So in this session we are going to see about the types of set. Okay, first is the empty set or the null set. If a set has no element, okay, then the set is said to be empty set or null set or void set. If a set has no element, then it is called as empty set, null set or void set. So this is how we represent the null set. See, open and close parenthesis, or it is denoted by this symbol. Okay, if a set has no element, it is said to be the empty set. So the example is a equal to set of x such that x is a odd integer and divisible by 2. So all the odd numbers are not divisible by 2. Therefore, we will not have any element in the set A. That is A equal to null set. The second example is the set of all integers between 1 and 2. So do we have any integers between 1 and 2? There is no value in between 1 and 2. The integers, we don't have any values between 1 and 2. Therefore, there are no element in that set. So hence it is a example for the null set. Can you all understand? If a set has no element, it is said to be the empty set, or we can say it is null set or void set. The next is singleton set. If a set has only one element in it, then it is said to be singleton set. What is singleton set? If a set has only one element in it, it is said to be singleton set. The example is A equal to set of x such that x is greater than 3 and less than 5 for all x belongs to capital N, which is natural number. So the x greater than 3, less than 5. So what is the value in between? That is 4. So the set A has only one element in it. So it is an example for singleton set. The next example is the set of all even prime numbers. So which is the even prime number? The only even prime number is 2. Therefore the set will have only one element, which is 2. Therefore it is an example for singleton set. Can you all understand? If a set has only one element in it, it is said to be the singleton set. Next, what is finite set? What is finite? A set with finite number of elements is called finite set. What is finite number of element is the countable number of element. If the number of element is countable, we say it as a finite set. Okay, if a set has finite number of elements or countable number of element, it is said to be the finite set. The example is the set of all family members. So in a family we can count how many members are there. So it is an example for finite set. The set of all indoor or outdoor games you play. So all these are countable. The element will be countable in that particular set. So it is said to be the finite set. A set with finite number of element or countable number of element, it is called as finite set. See, look at the third example, the set of curricular subjects you learn in school. So in school, we have countable number of subjects. Is it not? English, Tamil, Maths, Science, Social, GK, you may have computer science, Hindi. All these are countable. We can count the number of subjects we have. So they are example for the finite set. A equal to set of x such that x is a factor of 36. So it is countable. The factor of 36, it is countable. Therefore, these are all the examples for the finite set. Next, we are going to see what is infinite set. It is just opposite of finite set. If a set which has uncountable number of element, it is said to be infinite set. A set which is not finite. What is not finite means? uncountable element in it, then it is said to be infinite set. Example is, see here, 5, 10, 15, etc. It goes on. There is no the end point in this set. That means it's a sequence of 5. So it goes on till infinity, which is uncountable. Therefore, it's an example for the infinite set. Second example is the set of all points on a line. On a line, we can mark infinite number of points. Therefore, these are the example for the infinite set. Next, we are going to see what is cardinal number of a set. So, when a set is finite, I said what is a finite set? When it has countable number of element, we say it is a finite set. So, the number of element in that set is called the cardinal number of the set. Can you understand? The number of element in that set is called the cardinal number of the set. It is denoted by n of a. A is the name of that set. Okay, n of a is in the set A, how many elements are there? It is represented by n of a. So cardinal number is the number of element in a set. That is said to be the cardinal number of a set. If the set name is B, then we can say it is n of B. Okay, so the cardinal number of set A is denoted by n of a. Next, equivalent set. What is equivalent set? Two finite sets A and B, they are said to be equivalent if they contain the same number of element. Okay, if the cardinal number of two sets are equal, then we say they are equivalent set. Okay, if the cardinal number of two sets are equal, then we say they are equivalent set. That is, if n of A equal to n of B, where A and B are the two sets. If n of A is equal to n of B, then it is said to be the equivalent set. If the number of element of set A and set B are equal, then it is said to be the equivalent set. See the example here. A equal to, the set elements are ball, bat. In the set B, the elements are history and geography. Okay, see here, n of A is 2, 1, 2, and n of B is also 2. So there are two elements in each set. So since n of A is equal to n of B, we can say they are equivalent set. A is equivalent to B. Can you all understand? If the number of elements of two sets are equal, then we can say they are equivalent sets. And what is equal set? Two sets are said to be equal if they contain exactly the same elements. Okay, the two sets, if they have exactly the same element, not only the number of element, the elements also should be the same. If they contain exactly the same element, then we say they are equal set. If the number of elements are same, but if the elements are not same, then we can say they are unequal set. Okay, so see, for example, I can say set A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, set B equal to 4, 2, 3, 1. The elements are same, but the order, they are arranged in different order. But both the sets have the same element, is it not? See, 1 is also here in B set, 2, and in set B also we have 2, 3 we have 3 in set B, and 4 also we have in the set B. Since they have exactly the same element, we say they are equal sets. Okay, the two sets, they are said to be equal if they contain exactly the same element. Okay, now let's start with the exercise 1.2. First question, find the cardinal number of the following set. What did I tell you? The cardinal number is the number of element in a particular set. See, look at the first question, m equal to set p comma q comma r comma s comma t comma u. So how many elements are there in the set M? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So n of m equal to 6. See here, the cardinal number is the number of elements, so n of m is 6. Okay. Next question, p equal to set of x such that x is equal to 3n plus 2, n belongs to whole number and x is less than 15. Here it's given in the set builder form. Can you all identify it? P equal to set of x such that x equal to 3n plus 2, n belongs to whole number and x is less than 50. So the whole number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. It goes on. And our x value, what is the next rule? Our x value must be less than 15. See here, our n values will be 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. Our x value should be less than 15. First, for n equal to 0, find out what is the x value. X is equal to 3n plus 2. So in the place of n, first you write 0, 3 of 0 plus 2. So what is 3 of 0? 3 into 0 is 0, 0 plus 2, 2. Next, see our x value, first x value is 2 which is less than 15. Next, n equal to 1. So x is equal to 3 of 1 plus 2. So 3 of 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5. So here n is, so our 5 is less than 15. So we can have this value. Next, n is equal to 2. So our x is equal to 3 of 2. So why we substitute 2 here? Because 3n plus 2, in the place of n we have to substitute all the possible n values. So when n is equal to 2, 3 of 2 plus 2, 3 of 2 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8. When n is equal to 3, x is equal to 3 of 3 plus 2, 3 of 3 is 9, 9 plus 2, 11. N is equal to 4, x is equal to 3 of 4 which is 12 plus 2, 14. When we write n is equal to 5, what happens? 3 of 5, 15 plus 2, 17. Our x value 17 is not less than 15. Therefore, we cannot take this n equal to 5. So, the possible n values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because after when we substitute 5, the x value goes beyond 15. So what are the elements of the set P? P equal to, all the answers you have to write 2, 5, 8, 11 and 14. So how many, they have asked the cardinal number. So how many elements are there in the set P? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. So n of P is equal to 5. Next, Q equal to set of V such that V is equal to 4 by 3n. N belongs to a natural number and n is greater than 2 and less than or equal to 5. What are the n values greater than 2? So from 3 we have to take 3, 4, it is less than or equal to 5. So 5 should be included. So our n values are 3, 4 and 5. So for these three n values, find out what are the V. So when n is equal to 3, V equal to 4 by 3n. So 4 by 3n, 3 of our n value is 3, so 3 of 3 9, so 4 by 9. When n is equal to 4, y equal to 4 by 3 of 4, so 4 by 12. When n is equal to 5, y is equal to 4 by 3 of 5, so 4 by 3 of 5 is 15, 4 by 15. So what are the possible q values? 4 by 9, 4 by 12 and 4 by 15. Next, fourth question, R equal to set of x such that x is an integer, x belongs to z and x is greater than or equal to minus 5 and less than or equal to 5. See, they have said x is an integer and the x values is greater than equal to minus 5. So, minus 5 must be included, less than or equal to 5. What are the values in between? Minus 5, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We should not include 5 because they have given it is less than 5. Okay, it is given less than 5. So the values are minus 5 to 4. See how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our cardinal number is 10. N of R is equal to 10. Look at the fifth question. S is equal to the set of all leap years between 1882 and 1906. So what is leap year? If the number of days is 366, we say that year is a leap year. Is it not? In February, we have if 29 days, it's a leap year. So check whether between 1882 and 1906. So since it is given as between, this 1882 and 1906 must be excluded. We should not include these two values. So it starts from 1883 to 1905. Check whether 1883 is divisible by 4. That is how we check whether it's a leap year. If it is divisible by 4, then it is a leap year. Whether 1883 is divisible by 4, no. But 18, next value 1884, it is divisible by 4. Hence I say 1884. It starts with 1884, 1888. So you add 4 to the previous value. So plus 4, we get 1888. 1888 plus 4, I get 1892. 1892 plus 4, 1896. 1896 plus 4, 1904. When I add plus 4, it goes beyond 1905. Therefore, you have to stop till 1904 because it is given 1882 and 1906. So our value should not, the year should not exceed 1906. So now see how many elements are there in set S. There are 5 elements. So N of S is 5. Can you all understand? The cardinal number is nothing but the number of elements in that particular set. It is represented as N of A. That is the set name, with the set name. Second question number 2. Identify the following set as finite or infinite. What is finite set? If it has finite number of elements, that is if it has countable number of elements, I say it is a finite set. If the elements are uncountable, it is infinite set. First sum, X is equal to set of all districts in Tamil Nadu. So the number of districts in Tamil Nadu, we have already the set exists. It's a finite set. It is countable. So it's a finite set. Y equal to set of all straight lines passing through a point. So in a point, infinite number of lines can be drawn. So it is infinite set. From in a point, we can draw many lines through that point. Is it not so? It is infinite set. Third, A equal to set of X such that X belongs to integers and X is less than 5. See, the upper limit they have given, but the lower limit is not given. The integers, it is from all the negative values, 0 and the positive values. So it is given less than 5. So what are the values less than 5? 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2. It goes on till infinity. Therefore, it's a infinite set. The number of elements are uncountable. Therefore, A is a infinite set. B equal to set of X such that X square minus 5X plus X equals 0 for all X belongs to natural number. Here what is given, it's a quadratic equation given. So first factorize this equation. So you all know how to factorize. When I multiply two number, I have to get 6, and if I add this two numbers, I have to get minus 5. Is it not? So what are the two numbers? 3 2s are 6. When I add 3 plus 2, I will get plus 5. Is it not? So but here I have to get minus 5. So minus 3 and minus 2. Minus 3 into minus 2 is plus 6. Minus 3 plus of minus 2 is minus 5. So our roots are 3 and 2. Since the number of elements are countable, I say B is a finite set. So with this I wind up the session. So go through the video again and again. If any doubt, you can message me on the WhatsApp group. Thank you.